Okay, so you've been saving this money for 4 years.
Yeah.
And so what you
I've
do
been
is
working
count it in
since I
front
was
of a
16.
guy you met in Tinder 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
What's wrong with you?
I know. I know, I'm aware.
If I was your mother, I wouldn't be laughing.
I know.
I don't know what. Yeah, I know, but I mean, that's like really ridiculous.
This is the plaintiff, Taya Stryker. She says she met the defendant online and they knew each other for about 3 weeks when he stole her life savings. That's right, she left him alone in her house to grab some food, and when she returned, he was gone, and so was her $2,700 in cash. The cops questioned the defendant. He forked over $1,300 of her money. She still owed $1,400 and is suing for just that today. This is the defendant, Eric Mitchell. He says he met the plaintiff on Tinder, and when he explained his financial situation to her, she helped him out and gave him $1,800 so he could pay his child support. Later that day, the plaintiff had second thoughts about giving him the money and called the cops on him, claiming he stole the money. This woman's a liar. He stole nothing from her and owes nothing. He's accused of theft.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Millian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated, come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome,
All right. Tara Stryker?
Taya Stryker.
Taya Stryker. Yes. And who's the person with you?
My mother.
All right. How old are you?
20.
Eric Mitchell. How'd you meet him?
Tinder.
Met him on Tinder. And then you were dating him for,
We were
do we call it
talking-
dating or not really?
I wouldn't call it dating.
Okay.
I would call it just seeing each other for
Seeing
about
each other.
2 weeks beforehand.
For 2 weeks. Did you actually go out to restaurants and movies and dates, or just basically?
No, kind of just hung out at home, just
Okay.
did our own thing.
And so one fine day in September 29 of 2019, what happened?
So I told him that I want to go out and get food, and he told me that he wanted to just hang back and nap. Didn't sound like it was any type of off to me at the time and everything, so went on to go get food by myself, left him in my room, and beforehand he had seen where I kept my cash and everything like that, because I just kept thousands of dollars that I had worked for and everything like that since I was 16 years old.
Okay, can I ask you a question? Because
Yeah.
inquiring minds want to know. How old did you say you were?
I'm 20 years old now.
Okay, so you've been saving this money for 4 years.
Yeah.
And so what you
I've
do
been
is
working
count it in
since I
front of
was
a guy
16.
you met in Tinder 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
What's wrong with you?
I know. I know, I'm aware.
If I was your mother, I wouldn't be laughing.
I know.
I don't know what. Yeah, I know, but I mean that's like really ridiculous. You,
I know.
You know, you're out on
No.
your own and you can't
I'm aware.
put your right
Definitely.
foot in front of your left foot and you
Yeah.
know do some math and figure out that that's not the best idea.
That day as well, I had taken money out of the bank and was putting it where I
In front of him.
kept him. Yeah.
Yeah, good move. So then you leave and what happens?
I leave. I come back. He's gone. Money's gone.
How
where
much
I
money
kept
was
it.
gone?
It was exactly $2,700.
How do you know?
Because we had counted it earlier that day.
Well, who's we?
Me and him.
Why'd you count it with him?
Because I wanted to see how much money I'd had, and I didn't want to.
So
do it by
it's
myself.
worse than that. It's not that you
Yeah.
left a guy you met on Tinder alone in your room and he searched it. It's not that you left the guy you met on Tinder alone in a room and he saw you maneuvering towards it. It's that you literally put a bunch of arrows on the money and,
I'm
and
aware
said,
of
here,
how
let's
bad
count
it
my
is.
money. Let's count
I'm
my money.
aware of how bad it looks and everything like that, but I just didn't expect the worst.
Why? Because you knew him all of 3 weeks?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I
What are you
know.
laughing at? Did you take our money?
I'm not gonna lie, like we were talking about the whole like money situation and like, you know, like I need to pay child support and like my fines and stuff, and like she was gonna help
What
me.
fines?
Like I have a lot of like court fines and stuff.
For what?
Like, I still have like this credit card fraud charge, so like I'm going through that still. And
Well, you're
like,
not going through that. You owe that.
Yeah.
Nobody's doing something terrible to you. All right, so you have a credit card fraud charge of how much? Meaning you're paying it slowly?
Yeah,
How much is the total?
the total's probably like around like 3,000, 4,000.
Okay. And who did you defraud for the 3,000 and 4,000? Girl you met on Tinder?
No, I
Who's the victim in that case?
I don't even know. I just found a card on the floor and used it.
I can see you vetted him very well. All right, so you are not going to lie. That was the first thing you announced to me. And then you are going through all of your problems with her and what?
Like, basically, like, she was, like, saying, like, she'll help me and stuff. And then, like, when I did have, like, when she left to go to work that morning, like, she didn't go anywhere else but to work. I know where she went. She went to work. You know, she left me in the house. And, like, I told her I was gonna use the money. And I left the house.
Wait, you told her?
Yeah.
Who do you think you are?
It's not like I told her, like, oh,
Well, that's what
you're
you
gonna
just said. What did you
I'm
mean to
sorry.
say?
I'm sorry. It's just like I was telling her about, like, my situation.
And?
You know, like, we were connecting and stuff like that. And basically, like, she was saying, like,
Basically. What did she say that led you to believe that you could take the money?
She said, I'll give you money to help you.
Okay.
And then basically, like, when I left, I didn't take all of the money. Like, I only took, like, what, like, she gave me.
You didn't tell me she gave you money. You told me that she said to you, I'll give you money to help you. And then she left, and then you grabbed money. Did she hand you money?
No.
Oh, so you took the money that was in there.
Yeah, after
Did you
her
leave
knowledge,
anything, or you just took it all?
I didn't take it all. Whatever I took, I gave to the police. You know, like, when the police came to my
How
house.
much did you take?
I guess it was like 1,800.
How do you guess? You didn't count it?
I didn't count it. I literally
So you
took it
just
and went.
grabbed everything, and then how long after why'd you leave her house?
Because I had to go do stuff. Like, I had to leave.
Okay, so she tries to reach you. Do you try to reach him before you call the police?
Yes, definitely.
And what?
I was in communication with him.
What does that mean? Do you have texts?
I have text, yes.
May I see your phone and the text from? Hand it to my bailiff.
Yeah, it's right here.
Thank you.
So, I went to the cops, I want to say, at 11 o'clock that night.
And so what
It
is
happened at,
like when? Hold on. It just starts with XO. Please don't do this to me. Giving you one more chance.
That's when I had realized that he was gone and everything.
Okay,
like that.
but the very first thing you say is, "Hey, don't do this to me."
Yeah.
How's he going to know what you're saying if you're wrong? Like
Because I knew he had just ran off with the money.
Right,
I knew
because you come
that's-
home and the money's gone.
Yeah.
Why did you even look for the money?
Because I saw that the money was gone.
Oh, wait, how did you see the money was gone?
Because I had it in a corner of my room in a little container, and it was opened and just empty.
Okay. Don't do this to me. Giving you one more chance. This is at 6:31. Why giving you one more chance? What other chance had you
Because
given?
I was calling him, I was debating going to the cops right then
Okay,
and
so
there.
were you leaving him messages?
was
Were
ca-
you talking to him?
She was talking to me.
So you were talking on the phone, and what was it you were saying, and what was it he was saying?
He just kept saying that he would be back with it, that he was coming back, just everything that the text messages say, that he was going to come back even later with it.
I'm in
late at
southbound
night.
at Brandon, and you say, where the is all my money? And he says, Taya, please, I have to pay a fine for gun charge, or was going to go to jail for a long time. Please, Taya, I will give it all back. I promise. I swear on everything I love. I wouldn't do you like that. I want to make babies with you, babes. Please, babes, I honestly do love you a lot. Where are you? Babe, please, call me now. I need you to call me. I will, babe, but I know you're going to spaz. My mom just called me too, saying you're spazzed. You had his mom's phone
I
number?
went to his mother's house.
You
or
knew where his
house.
mother lived?
Yeah.
Okay. And
'Cause
what
I
did you
was-
tell his mother?
I had told his mother that he just ran off with my life savings.
Okay, did you tell her how much?
Yeah.
How much did you tell her?
$2,700.
She said 1,700 to my mom.
Is your mom here?
No.
Okay. You need to call me right now. You got me going on a wild goose chase for you, almost killing myself trying to find you. Taya, please, baby, please, I really love you. Please. Has that worked on someone else? Has that ever worked on anyone? Taya, please, baby, please, I really love you. Please don't kill yourself. I'm literally going to off myself if you don't call or tell me where you are right now. Why are you doing that at 7:03? You're trying to find him and get your money?
Yes.
Okay. Please don't, Taya. Don't do that, please. You just took everything I ever worked for, even after I told you how it happened before. Oh, this isn't your first time?
I had a situation with another ex.
Yeah, what was it? Tell us all about it.
Well, then that situation, he wanted to borrow some money and stuff like that I had handed to him.
That
did
other
not hand it to
boyfriend.
him. Yeah.
You had handed him the money.
Yeah.
And did that boyfriend pay you back?
No.
And how much money was that?
$500.
Okay. Taya, please, I will always be by your side through everything. I swear to God. Just not when I'm absconded with $2,700. I actually am interested in you. I was scared of saying something. Oh, that doesn't sound like she gave you the money, does it? She says, call me right now then. If you care about me, all I need to do is talk to you right now. I can't believe you did this to me. To which you respond, I'm in the car and the music is blasting. I'm not lying at all, Taya. Where do you see the way I look at you? Like I really interested a lot in you. How impressed are you with yourself? You
Sorry.
just took almost $3,000 from me. Please, you can't do this. I can't do this. To which you don't say, 3,000? Well, it was only 1,800. Babes, I'll be at your house tomorrow. No, I need you back here now. I can come back later, babe. I can't come now. I'm far. Yeah, it's inconvenient for me to come back and return the money I stole. How is it 7 o'clock and you haven't called the police yet?
All right, so I was giving him a chance to come back and everything, and I was to and from his house with
Hey,
his
listen
mother.
listen to me. You are talking like a 12-year-old, not a woman who's alone on her own, who's saved up a sizable amount of money. All right? Don't be stupid.
Yeah, I know that now.
No, but you should have known that already.
I know.
You shouldn't have been counting money in front of a guy you knew a few weeks.
I'm aware.
Are you? Because your money should be in a bank.
Yeah, it is now, trust me.
Oh, okay. How am I supposed to trust you? You always did. I need you to come back with my money. I need it back. I cannot help you like this. You didn't even tell me about your gun charge, and you used me to help fix it? Oh, gun charge? Oh, tell me about the gun charge.
That was just a thing that I just said to her. Like, I just said it to her.
Oh, you don't really have a gun charge?
No.
You have the credit card
Credit
fraud
card
charge?
fraud, yeah.
So why would you say gun charge? Because you didn't want to say, please, please, I have a credit card fraud charge?
She already knew about, like, everything.
Well, then why did you make up a second charge? It's a gun charge.
I just said it. I don't know.
I do care about you. I will. I do everything in my power to help you. I love you, girl. I need you to come back right now. Later, babe. I can't right now. Oh, my gosh. Seriously, I apologize. I can't believe you did this to me after everything I told you. I told you I needed it, babes. I'm sorry. I'll sell my soul to you. I'll hit you back in a few, okay? You better be back. I really cannot believe you did this. I promise, I promise. This is my worst fear, and you did it. There's no reason for you to be afraid of this.
Yeah.
The rest of us aren't afraid that's going to happen. You know why? Because we don't count $3,000 in front of a guy we met on Tinder 3 weeks ago and leave him alone with our $3,000 that we just counted in a cookie jar. No need to be afraid of it. You just need to have all those brain cells in your head hold hands. Okay? Why are you guys communicating on September 30th? Like, can we please meet up between 2:30 and 5 tomorrow so I can not get fired from work? Why would you get fired?
So, he'd returned half the money in front of the police.
Oh, let's
and
talk about
everything.
that.
Yeah.
All right. So that night, according to you, at what time do you involve the police?
I involved the police around 11 o'clock. My police report's for like 11, I want to say 30.
Okay. And let's see the police report. Did the police go to his house?
Not that night, no, because it was like 12 o'clock and I had a police officer who didn't really, kind of just nodded me off, really. I talked to the head of detectives the next day.
What's your defense again?
I didn't take her money. Like, I gave whatever I took to the police. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, how did the
whatever I
police
had,
how did the police catch up with you?
they came to my house.
Or just knocked on the door?
Yeah, they were saying, like, Taya said that you stole her money from her house. And I said I did not steal it. She gave it to me and I left.
Yeah, but you know
And-
that's not true because we just read the text together, so you're a liar and you lied to the police about that because I just read you your texts, right? Didn't I just do that?
Yeah, but I never said that I stole her. Like, I never even told her I stole your money. You know what I mean?
Well, you don't need to say you stole your money. You need to be caught at stealing her money, at which your texts clearly
But she-
reflect that she never gave you the money. So that
She-
means
she
you went in the
didn't.
cookie jar, grabbed it, and took it.
She did know, you know?
She didn't know what, that you were a piece of garbage?
No, that I had the money.
Of course she knew you had the money.
I'm
Yeah.
saying she already knew what I was going to use it for. And then when she finally realized, like, her mom was going to start tweaking, that's when she was like, I'm sorry, like, that's my lingo. But, like when she finally realized, like, her mom was going to start bugging on her about, like, the
What would
money
it
and
have to
stuff,
do
like,
with
that's when
I can see that she's freaking out the minute she came home and saw what you did. and she's begging you to find it within your heart to not be a jerk. And you're saying ridiculous things to her like, I want to make babies with you. Like, that's going to brush her off. Do you know how insulting that is? What a big opinion you have to have of yourself to think that that's going to shut her up. And you know why you thought that? Because you acted like a bimbo. And it has nothing to do with Tinder. You were acting like a dummy.
I'm aware.
Okay?
Yeah.
I'm not talking about how you meet guys or what you choose to do. You be you, girl. Okay? But be you with connected brain cells. Okay? You don't count money in front of some guy you knew 2 weeks. Are you crazy? How much money did you get back?
I got back $1,300 and I'm still owed $1,400.
According to you, you talked to him about a payment plan. Was that
Yeah.
on the phone or by text?
That was on the phone and everything like that. That's not
Okay.
written down anywhere.
Like when I brought the money back to the police, that's when they said like about the
Brought
payment.
the money back to the police. I thought you said the police were there and you handed them everything you had.
Yeah, that's when, I had to go do it in the police department.
Well, I thought the police were at your house.
They were. They said like you got to come down to the police department right now.
Did you bring the money with you?
Yeah.
How much was your payment that you had to make on the gun charge or on the credit card fraud or whatever the heck else you got going on?
I don't know.
How many times have you been convicted?
Probably like 3 times.
What were the others?
Burglary and breaking and entry.
I didn't know that.
Well, of course you didn't know that
Yeah.
because there is none so blind as she who will not see. You see? Because unless you run a criminal records check on a guy, then you are just assuming that everything's hunky-dory, aren't you?
She knows that though from like where I live at and like how
Oh,
I
wait,
talk
I'm
and stuff
sorry.
like
How
that.
dare you?
She does know
How
that.
dare you suggest that where you live means you're going to be a criminal? How dare you
It's not saying
insult the
a
people of your
criminal, but,
community
like-
in that fashion? At 3:51 on the day that the police have already taken him, or they've made him come. Did they arrest him for this or no?
No, because I decided not to press charges.
At 3:51, you text him, "Hey," with a little Tinkerbell.
Yeah.
And he says, "Hey, babes, can we meet up between 2:30 and 5 tomorrow so I can not get fired from work? LOL." What do you mean by that?
I wanted to meet up with him. Anything after that was just trying to.
Did you go over there?
I think I did. Yeah.
What'd you do?
I was trying to talk to him.
And do what? Get back together?
No, I was trying to talk to him about the money.
We had sex.
How long after that did you continue to have a relationship?
Last
That-
time was probably like 2 months ago or a month ago. When
This
I
is
had to rent
October when I'm reading this stuff.
Yeah, October. That's when I was like giving her weed and stuff
Tell me about the
for
weed.
the payments. Like for the payments and stuff, like I didn't really have the money, so like I smoke a lot of
Wait,
medical
what
weed.
payments? If according to you, you gave back all the money, why would there be payments?
Because like I was in front of the police and they were saying like she kept on threatening me, saying like she was gonna go back to the police. So I was
I'm
like,
sorry,
"Alright."
go back to, I'm sorry. If you gave back all of the money, there would be no payments.
Exactly.
Right. So why are
But
you
that's
paying
how
her
that's
with
how I was
weed?
thinking of it. But I'm like, all right, like she's still tripping. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm gonna have to just like satisfy her. Like, okay, fine. Like I'm gonna just give you weed and like that. Like I've been giving her weed every time she hit me up. Like these
Can I
screenshots
put
right
in
here.
that he was still making me pay for it?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
what you wanted to put in? He was still making me pay for it. Okay.
Yeah.
Why were you buying weed from a guy who ripped you off? What is
He
wrong with
said,
you?
all right, so like, he said that he would get in trouble if I didn't pay him and stuff like that. And I
Wait,
knew,
no,
like,
why are you having anything else to do with him?
I know, I'm aware. Because like, I was also trying to get a
I don't think so. I think you're
line.
saying that because America's watching you.
I was trying to keep up a communication line.
I don't
along
think
with the
that.
lines of
I
my
think you're
money.
saying that now because your mother's in the room and America's watching. I'm still aghast that your mom is smiling. But I don't think that you really were trying to. I think that you need to look deep within your soul and figure out why you don't like you, why you don't think you're worth more, why you don't think you are worthy of loyalty and a good person who isn't snowing you. Why? What happened in your life that would make you think that the only way you can keep a man is if you do these things that you're doing? It's crazy, girl. It's crazy. So you've got to fix you. Forget about all this other stuff. And you've got to fix you because you're too young to have no confidence, too young and too pretty, to have no confidence like this.
Can I say something?
No. Did he ever pay you anything?
He paid me $1,300 in front of the cops of what the money that I assumed
Right,
he
did
had
he ever
left.
pay, I meant, did he ever pay you anything after that?
Oh, the payment plans didn't work out, no.
Why you thought the payment plans would work out any more than the relationship is beyond me. You also introduced into evidence some pictures. Where did these come from? Who's
Okay.
that?
That's him in my bedroom with the money that he was playing with like a toy.
That you let him play with like a toy?
Yeah. But as I had mentioned
Is that him
before-
again?
Yeah.
Where did this money come from?
My friend in the back.
What are you doing?
I just flex. That's it.
Can I put a
Just for Instagram.
comment in? When I first met Eric, he was carrying around cash wads of fake $100 bills just to flash in
he's your
pictures.
dope supplier.
Yeah.
Right, so, okay. So how do you know they're fake? Maybe they're real.
Oh no, they were fake. They had Chinese pink lettering on them.
Yeah,
Okay.
I showed her a
Okay,
couple of
just stop. Everybody stop. I find that you owe her the remaining $1,400. I find that you are a liar and a thief, and I am ordering you to pay her back $1,400. I got to tell you, it kills me because what I would like to do is fine you $1,400 for stupidity, but I can't because all I've got to do is look at this and say, where did that money belong? And the money belongs with you. But I cannot tell you enough times or in enough ways that he's just a thief and a taker. I'm not worried about him. He'll just take what he wants. He'll burglarize houses. He'll cheat with credit cards. He'll steal people's credit cards. He'll steal your money. If you want any hope for you, you've got to make sure that you figure out who you're going to date and trust. Got it? Good luck to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Verdict for the plaintiff.
So the defendant has been ordered to give back the money to the plaintiff. What do you think about what the judge just had to say to you and what just went on?
I don't know, man. I
mean,
was
she wasn't
giving.
very- yeah.
She ain't really. She wasn't on my side, but it's alright though. You feel me? Cause I know she's still gonna hit me up. You know, so we still gonna be friends. You know, I'm
You
just
think so?
trying.
You think
Yeah,
so?
I'm just trying to do better with myself. Cause she just made me.
You really took advantage of her. All right. Anyway,
Come
thank
on,
you very
yeah.
much. You're on the way. Okay, thank you. You owe her the money, and you'll have to get it. Miss Stryker, how are you?
Good.
What do you think about what the judge just told you? You got a real lecture from the judge.
I did. I'm going to take it all to heart. And I know you live and you learn with these kind of situations like that. I've taken that in. I've done that with this situation and everything. I will have no communication further along this. And I'm
With
happy
him?
with the outcome.
With
Oh,
him.
yeah.
I got to ask you something. Seriously, you sat here through this whole case like you're watching a television sitcom, laughing, smiling. What's the matter with you?
I thought he was such a nice guy. You know, I just didn't think that it was going to go this way. And this was her little walk on the wild side that
This
I
is your
think
daughter.
is behind her now, right?
Why were you laughing in the courtroom?
Nerves.
What's funny?
It's nerves. And I'm glad that this is over. It's happiness that this is over. We're through with our little walk on the
You're a
wild
pair,
side.
the two of you. Seriously.
Yeah.
This is not good. Okay.
We're trying.
There's nothing to laugh about, my dear. Nothing to laugh
The
about.
last time.
I don't know, Harvey. What do you think?
I mean, look, dating apps are fine, but come on. I mean, showing your finances 3 weeks in, get real. That'll do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This is the plaintiff, Alicia. She says she bought a car from the defendant who wouldn't allow her to test drive it. Now she knows why. The thing was a piece of junk that wouldn't pass inspection. She had to pump all kinds of money into it and is now suing this snake oil used car salesman. For the $5,000, she's now out. This is the defendant, Afnan Ahmed. He says he sold the car to the plaintiff with absolutely no mechanical problems. A week later, the woman calls to complain. He has no idea how she treated the car in the time she had it and is under absolutely no obligation to return her money. He's accused of unloading a hoopty. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $1,500 for emotional distress.
All parties, Please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff says the defendant is a snake oil salesman who sold her a used car that was a piece of junk and broke as soon as she drove away. But the defendant says that he sold her a perfectly good used car, so it's not his problem. It's the case of you're a real snake.
Okay, thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
All right, ma'am. You purchased a car from this individual, correct?
Correct.
And how did you purchase it? Through Facebook Marketplace?
Through Facebook Marketplace. I
Okay,
went there.
and what happened?
I went there. I seen the car. I sent him a message, asked him if I can see the if I can see the vehicle, and he said that he worked until 7:00 at night, which I didn't really want to do that because I wanted to see the vehicle during the daytime. But again, I said okay, fine. So I went. I seen the car. It was nighttime already. I got there and I met the defendant. He gave me the keys. He said, here, check it out. Check the car out. I got in the car. Everything seems nice. He had like these little neon colors inside the car, fine. I turned on the car. And when I turned on the car, it made a little noise. So I asked him, what was that noise? And he said to me that it needed a VTC actuator, which cost $60. So I said to myself,
So
okay.
says he, the guy you just met.
Right. That's what he said. So I said, okay. I said to myself, I know the car is not new. I said, okay, $60.
What year is this car?
It's a 2008 Honda Accord.
Is this a picture of the car?
Yes, that's a picture of the car.
What did you do to the H for Honda? Did you paint it some neon green?
Yeah, it was resprayed green.
Why? Is that cool?
It was my favorite color at the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So go on.
So we asked him if we can drive the car, if we
Who's
can
we?
test drive it. Me and my boyfriend.
Which one's your
Right-
boyfriend?
right here.
Okay, go on.
And he said to us that the car had no license plate on it and that there was a lot of police in the area also.
Okay.
So we couldn't drive the vehicle.
Right.
Then after that, I made a decision.
To buy the vehicle
So-
that you couldn't drive, that you couldn't see because it was dark.
Yes. We bought it.
That you didn't even test drive,
I
much
didn't even
less
test drive.
have a mechanic look at.
I went by what he put in the ad.
yeah,
It
you
said
went by
that it
what?
needed nothing.
Okay, let me see what he put in the ad.
It said the car was good and the car needed nothing.
Description: 2008 Honda Accord Coupe, fully loaded, leather seats, sunroof, moonroof. The car need
given-
nothing.
Right. Car didn't have anything and the car
Never
needed
had
nothing.
a roof problem with the car. The car need nothing.
Nothing.
What does
So
that even mean? How is that
I went-
warranty on your 2008 car, a 10-year-old car? You think that's a warranty that the car will need nothing and you don't have to do anything just because he says, great car, the car need nothing. He's not a mechanic. You're buying it from some guy who you've never met before.
He is a mechanic.
Well, he's not your mechanic.
No, he's not my mechanic.
Right, he's the guy who wants to get rid of the car. So why wouldn't you have a mechanic take a look at it? I know why, because it costs $100. Why wouldn't you at least not buy a car if you're not comfortable looking at it because it's dark? Or why wouldn't you at least not buy a car if you don't have an opportunity to test drive it? Why wouldn't these things be the case? All right, so you can't wait to buy the car you haven't test driven because what? Because it's pretty and it's the H is neon green.
To be honest
and
with
then
you,
what happens? You get the car and what happens?
I insured the car.
Well, you drive away and what happens? Anything
and
or no?
the check engine light came on.
How soon after you drive away?
100 feet.
Okay.
And I sent him a message right at the gas station. I sent him a message. I said, listen, the check engine light just came on. He says, oh, it does that. Shut the car off and turn it back on again.
Okay,
And
if it does that, why didn't you tell her that beforehand?
Because the part that is giving her the light, it's an aftermarket part. So usually what happens to those aftermarket parts is usually when you try to start the car, it goes off, but the part is not necessarily bad. If you turn off the car.
Yeah, I know. Did you tell her any of that stuff before she bought the car?
No, I didn't.
Okay, because then you don't sell the car, right?
No, because at that moment I had no problems with the engine light and the car was sitting for
I'm sorry, what do you
2-3
mean you had
weeks.
no problem with the engine light? You just explained the problem with the engine light.
Yeah, because that's when I replaced it. When I first had that problem with my car, I changed that problem. And
How did you change the problem?
I went to the mechanic. He just changed the sensor. It was a sensor on the car.
Okay, so why was it happening again when she got the car?
Because-
Immediately, because I saw her text.
Because
Yeah.
it's an aftermarket part. So those
No, you're not making any sense. If you fixed it, why did it still happen when she got the car?
because it wasn't a new part. You know, it's a used part.
I'm sorry, so then you didn't fix it. I'm sorry. Okay, so when you say fix it, you mean you replaced the part.
Yeah, but
Okay, so you never fixed the light coming on problem. You
No.
just didn't care.
no,
that
no,
the
I
light-
did. I did. It was.
How did you fix the light coming on problem?
I changed the sensor. It was just a.
And so why did it happen the second she drove off if you changed the sensor?
Because they're the aftermarket parts mostly.
Who's on first? What's on second? Dude, listen to my question. There's a light going on.
Mm-hmm.
The light's going on because you put in an aftermarket part.
Yes.
You don't like the light going on.
No, it went away after that. It just comes
How
on.
did it go away?
It just goes away. As soon as you replace the part, the engine light goes away because the engine rescans.
Then why did it turn on when she had the car? If what you're saying is honest and truthful, why is it that 10 feet from your house it turns on?
Because the car was sitting for like 2 weeks before. I didn't drive it for 2
What
weeks.
does that have to do with it?
So maybe that's the engine light could have came on because of that.
Okay, so it has nothing to do with you replacing a part. It has nothing to do with you resetting a light. Now your answer is, I was sitting for 2 weeks. That caused the light to go on. All right, go on.
So I drove the car all the way to where I live, and I went to AutoZone, and I had them plug it into the little machine that they have, and they plugged it in, and they told me that it was a crankshaft sensor. So I asked them how much it was. They told me it was $104, I believe. I said, okay, I'll have it changed. I also asked them for that VTC actuator.
Why? Based on his words, how do you even know that's a problem?
Well, I went
Okay,
on what he
so
said.
you asked him for the actuator.
VTC actuator, and they told me that they don't sell it outside.
So you go
I
to
have
the dealer,
I have to
and
get
the
it from
dealer says it's $900, but you don't even know if you need it. Does a dealer tell you you need it?
I took the car, and they said yes, that I needed it. That's what that noise was. The noise
Okay,
went
did
away.
you tell her the actuator was, what do you say?
$60.
Did you tell her the actuator would be $60?
Yes, I said it was around like that price range.
Okay, and according to AutoZone, they don't sell it. You have to get it from a dealer?
No, you could get it. There's certain parts you can just order it.
Order from whom?
AutoZone. AutoZone could
Well,
order it.
AutoZone told her they can't get her an actuator, she says. And she says, and I believe it because then she went to the dealer, and did you pay the $900?
I paid.
So she paid $900 to a dealer. Now I know that everything's going to be more expensive at a dealer, but
obviously.
why this kind of difference? 10 times more than 10 times more.
It shouldn't be because they have crankshaft position sensors. I worked at AutoZone.
That we're not even talking about the crankshaft sensor. She
The
got
VTC
that from
calculator.
AutoZone.
Yep, the VTC
She's talking
calculator.
about the actuator.
Yes.
Let me see the bill from the. I'm just curious. Let me see the bill from the dealer.
from the dealer that I had the actuator and the sensor put in. And this is
Just a second.
the bill for the sensor that I bought at AutoZone.
Okay, this is a bill for $614, and it includes the crankshaft being installed, right?
Yes.
The crankshaft being installed was how much? $296? I can't understand the bill. So what was the, $296 is going to be the thing you didn't get, the actuator. So why are you saying it costs $900 when it costs $296.40?
Well, that was between those two. I have another bill here also with
Okay,
the,
so the actuator costs $296.40 at a dealer as opposed to whatever it might cost somewhere else. I don't know. Anyway, go on. So what else do you end up spending how much in the next month on that car?
not even a month. The car was with me for maybe a week.
How much did you pay for the car?
$5,000,
Okay.
and I spent
What was the
almost-
Blue Book value of the car?
I don't know.
How do you not know the Blue Book value of a car that you're paying for? How do you know that you didn't overpay? What measure did you use to decide if you were overpaying for that year and model car? Is that your boyfriend?
Yes.
Did he look it up on?
No,
on-
no.
Nobody
No.
looks at it. Is this your first car that either one of you buy?
Yeah, this is the first time I bought a car outside.
And according to you, what was
Yeah.
the Blue Book value?
7,000.
I don't know about that. All right, so then what happens? You end up spending a ton of money. You get tired of spending money.
I
It's
get
one thing
tired.
after another that's wrong with it.
Yeah, that's
So
the
is the
bill that I
car
just
where you
paid.
want it to be now? Like, is it working now or no?
no.
No, because in fact, what happened is they told you, well, now you need blah, blah, blah. And you said, I can't take this anymore. So you took the car, you traded it in, and you bought a different car.
I had no.
How's that car working for you?
It's good.
Good. All right.
But-
So how much did you get on your trade-in?
2,000.
Okay. All right. So you've come here and you're suing him because you want 5,000, but you got 2,000 for it. So you really should be suing for 3,000, right?
Well, by the time I was done with the car and expenses, is almost $8,000. I'm
Okay.
out. Almost 8,000.
All because you didn't test drive the car.
All because I didn't test drive it. I took his word for it that the car was okay.
And you say that like that's a defense to you not test driving it. You understand
No,
that when you
I-
buy a used
I
car
do, I
from a
understand.
private party, it's an as-is sale, right? All right. Is this your car?
Yes.
Did you drive it?
Yes.
When had been the last time you had driven it?
Maybe like a couple of months ago.
So how long before the sale?
Before the sale, maybe like, I say like 2 weeks before the
Okay.
sale, before I sold the car.
How long had you owned the car?
I've owned the car. Well, the car's been in my family since like at the dealership, since 30,000 miles. And it was my brother's car first. And then he gave
Is
it
that
to
your
me.
brother?
I bought it in 2012 from a Honda dealership in Brentwood.
Okay. Did the light ever go on? Did
I kept that car crispy clean. I have all the receipts for all the oil changes.
Okay, well, what'd your brother do to it that the light was coming on?
Honestly, I have no idea though. I gave him the car for a cheap price.
I have.
What'd you sell your brother the car for?
Believe it or not, 5,000. But this was like years because I got another
Yeah.
car and he needed another car. So I
Right, so he actually paid you $5,000 and got $5,000?
Right?
There's
Yeah.
no way that Blue Book value could possibly be.
no, that's Honda car's value hold up. I sold it
Yeah.
to my brother.
Yeah, that was the brother deal. He
Huh?
got. That was the brother deal he gave me.
Your brother deal, right,
Yeah.
right. You didn't get the brother deal.
No, I didn't get the brother deal.
Right.
I got the other deal.
Look, let me explain to you how it is that a purchase of a used car works between private parties like this. There's no warranty unless he gives you a specific warranty. Did he give you a warranty?
No.
All right, so if he doesn't give you a warranty, then it's buyer beware. You're supposed to test drive it. What you should do is have a mechanic take a look at it. Very few people do, at least none of the people in front of me do. Actually, we've had several where not only did they, but they brought the mechanic and the mechanic turned out to be wrong. But, at least you have, and then you test drive it and you turn it on and there's a problem. And you can't wait to let that $5,000 get out of your pocket. It's nighttime, you can't take a look at it you can't test drive it, and there's a noise. And what does it take to have you be a buyer that bewares? There's nothing I can do for you legally. He has to do nothing. He doesn't have to give you your money back. He doesn't have to compensate you for the money you lost. You have to learn a very expensive lesson. My verdict in this case is for the defendant. Good luck.
Thank you.
Oh, wait, you've got a counterclaim against her for $1,500? For what?
I had to take off time for school and work.
No. You sold her a car where 10 feet away the light turns on. Everybody who wins, your remedy is to win the lawsuit. It's not to make another $1,500 off of her.
So, Judge Millian finds for the defendant in this case. Alicia, you learned a really hard lesson.
yeah.
I'm sure everybody is feeling
yeah.
sorry for you.
Oh, yeah.
It's true.
I
do
don't know.
you-
I don't even know what to say.
What are you thinking? Seriously,
What can I say?
you got to be frustrated.
Oh, yeah.
You got to feel terrible.
I spent a lot of money on that car. A lot of money on that car. And the car wasn't even with me, not even a day, because it spent more time in the dealer
know.
and at the mechanics than what it was with me.
Good luck to you.
Thank
all right.
you. Thank you.
I think you have learned a lesson the hard way. The defendant's on his way out of the courtroom, right? She's a nice lady. Do you feel at all bad for her?
I don't actually.
Really? Why not?
Because she tried to make money off of me. It was a perfectly good car, and she knew it. She just tried to get extra money off of it. 100%.
You mean by suing you?
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much. Don't try and sell me a car, okay? I ain't buying. Harvey?
Okay, Doug, so here's the thing. I have some very sage advice. If you buy a car and they say you can't test drive it, I do not want you to walk away. I want you to run.